All right, everybody, how you guys doing? Welcome back for another video. Uh, Facebook is in the news. Obviously, yesterday, huge outage, right? 6 hours, Facebook down, Instagram down, WhatsApp down, and other Zuckerberg affiliated products were down. Pretty weird stuff, man. Um, I always actively stay away from conspiracy. Like I openly detest Alex Jones, and people who just have this unbridled nature when it comes to conspiracy theories and conspiracy in general. And I honestly try to stay away from it. I really do. I really actively try. But the timing between events can sometimes draw me in, and I feel drawn towards conspiracy in this moment right now. You see, Sunday, 60 Minutes ran an expose about a Facebook whistleblower who has come forward. Now, she leaked her information a while back, but there was no face or name to the information. I think she did it, she was basically an anonymous source, a credible anonymous source. But now there's a face to the accusations, and there's a name, and it's someone who worked inside Facebook. And once again, this was Sunday. 60 Minutes ran a piece on her and interviewed her. It's on the web. Go watch it now. Okay, so like I said, that was Sunday. The next day, yesterday, Facebook goes dark. Zuckerberg programs go dark. There was tweets reporting that people who worked at Facebook couldn't get in the building. All this like strange timing, strange events were taking place. And once again, it's drawing me in. Like, oh, something sounds like it's going on here. And I don't know what. I think we can have some fun speculating, and just try to build a narrative, just kind of build a hypothesis, and not really come to any conclusions. But the timing is just strange for that interview to come out, which is damning against Facebook. For that to happen, and then the next day it's an outage for like over 6 hours. Like, I don't think they were scrubbing much, like data wise. Like, I mean, bots scrape data all the time. There's nothing that they can scrape, publicly. But if they did scrape something, it was something internally, like in their email chains, something that had a narrative about nefarious activity per se. By like setting up an outage, you provide some cover. So you have benefit of the doubt. There's an outage, so like, oh man, we got hacked, bro. Sorry, dude. We totally got hacked. Or, there could have been like maintenance failures. They could really pin that on maintenance failures or they got hacked. Okay. Like if they had some nefarious things that needed scrubbed and they did it secretly and they got caught, they would be 100% screwed. Okay. So they can't do that. I'm just saying a 6-hour outage provides you ample time to get rid of what you need to get rid of. If the hammer's about to come down, which after what happened today, I believe it's going down, because today the Senate Commerce Subcommittee this morning, they had the woman in the expose from 60 Minutes come before Congress to testify before the Senate. And her name is Frances Hogan. She's a former data scientist who worked at Facebook. Okay, and she reeled off a lot of pro-regulation arguments, why Facebook needs broken up, and She talked about the social media effects on teenagers and how it affects their mental health poorly, and how like Facebook knows this stuff and they're not doing anything about it. There was issues about hate speech. She brought up how Facebook knowingly spreads misinformation and hate speech simply because it's good for their bottom dollar. It's good to generate income. It's good for their shareholders to spread this hate speech. And anybody who is paying attention half the time, a quarter of the time on Facebook, on any social media, like the Trump disinformation network was fully functional. The Q people ran Facebook. It was nothing. They had millions and millions of people in dozens of groups that concentrated strictly on disinformation. Okay. So we all witnessed it. We all saw it with our own two eyes. So Facebook trying to refute any of this is going to be pretty silly. So she testified today. It was pretty long. It's worth watching. I don't know. I think I watched most of it, but I would definitely watch it if I were you, if you're interested in this stuff, because she does seem credible. She does seem honest. You got to take her face value, but we saw with our own eyes. We can see it with our own eyes too. How our kids will react to it. Social media just being this horrible place to compare each other, and how poor or how ugly or how stupid, and it's truly unhealthy for teenagers and young people, and they know all this stuff and they don't do anything about it. That's the whole point of this. But yeah, so back to the timing. I still can't get over the timing. I know I'm a conspiracy nerd here. Like, the timing is immaculate. Even if it's pure coincidence, let's say it's a coincidence, that is one hell of a coincidence for what happened on Sunday with the Facebook whistleblower outing herself on 60 Minutes. Apparently Facebook didn't know. And then their whole network goes down the next day. God, wow. And then people will say, oh, well, Dave, he lost a lot of money. He lost $6 billion yesterday. And I'm thinking, well, if it comes down to long-term gains, he'll take a short-term loss. If there is stuff there on his network that needs removed, that's going to ensure long-term futures. Okay, so he'll take a $6 billion loss. The dude's loaded. It doesn't matter. It's going to secure his future. So if there is something to scrub, he's going to do it, take the short-term loss, and protect his long-term equity in a social media company. That makes sense to me. But man, I don't know. You got a theory about this? What are your thoughts? Like, my mind's just going everywhere with it. It's so crazy, this timing. I cannot get over the timing. Let me know what you think down in the comments.